When we think of AI ethics, it's easy to brush it off as a concept which should be taught by philosophers rather than AI experts.
The fallacy with that reasoning is that philosophers don't understand AI. They don't know what's possible and what's not possible. And I've talked to many a philosopher who take the fact that an AI system can beat a human being in Go, and they give that so much credence that they say, look, AI is as smart as people already now. So we should afford it many opportunities to actually make ethical decisions for us. After all, it can beat us in Go. And what they don't understand is the degree to which ability in AI and in robotics is highly siloed. You can be really good at something, like say playing Go, and still miserably bad at something else.
Illah Nourbakhsh wants to dispel the misconceptions surrounding AI ethics and make a call to faculty to embrace integrating AI ethics into their curriculum.
Often I hear from my peers that the problem with AI ethics is that if I implement it in my class, I am being prescriptive. I'm telling people this is how AI ethics works, that thou shalt do this and not this other thing. And that's the furthest thing from the reality of what it means to teach AI ethics. To teach AI ethics is to teach a student that they can be fluent in ethics, that they can be reflective of the possible ramifications their technologies have on society. And those lessons are all educational and informational. Done right, it gives you more agency, not less, because it doesn't restrict what you do. It gives you the power and fluency to actually talk about what you do in ways that are societal, rather than just narrow.
But is AI ethics education really necessary? One can argue that technology companies have the resources and means to simultaneously drive AI innovation while also ensuring AI ethics through self-regulation.
The fundamental problem with that is that in the end of the day, corporations have to be beholden to shareholder value. That's the world we live in. And that shareholder value fundamentally depends upon a corporation being able to make profit out of data. And that relationship to data and ownership of data sets them at odds with the underlying value hierarchy in society, which is about us each having agency and power and free will to choose how corporations and others use our data. And as long as corporations are about profit, and that's naturally true in a capitalistic system in which we live, it's fundamental to that process that they're not going to be driven by the same desires for openness, transparency, and regulatory control that we as residents of a community wish for our own safety and security. I would tell the AI ethics research community, you need to know that first of all, our students are ready for this. They are asking for this. They don't want jobs that simply monetize profit. They want jobs that make a difference in society because they see a society ripped apart by siloing, by political partisanship, and by climate change. We have so many dangers facing society that every student wants to be part of a solution. Our research membership needs to understand that's the case, and everybody's hungry for understanding the role they're going to play in making the world better rather than worse. So become part of the solution by considering that your students are already ready.
Learn more in the September 2021 Communications of the ACM in the Viewpoint article, AI Ethics, A Call to Faculty.